Hi, everybody. Welcome to Voices from the Swamp with my beautiful friend, Jean, Miss SunPsychic Jean. My hair is like ratty now. I was out in the car. Um, Thank y'all for coming and spending an afternoon with us. We will be doing personal questions only, not political. So if you want political questions, come back tonight at 10 o'clock for the slumber party. You can ask all the questions you want. But for now, we're going to do personal questions or mediumship questions. And as a help to me and my blind eyes, please put your question all in caps so that I see them. If you've already put a question in, you don't have to re-put it. But if you haven't put a question in yet and you want to add one, please put it in caps. And Jean, how are you? What's new with you? And what's going on in your world?
Thank you very much for inviting me, Shari. I am doing very well. I just did a really fun show with Mark the Spirit Whisperer. It was at 12:30 today, or Eastern 12:30, and we had a wonderful time together and had some really powerful readings. But do you mind if I tell everybody about? I wanted to show this, if you don't mind. I forgot to ask you backstage. This is I have an event coming up tomorrow. I don't know yeah. So this is the main page of my website, and you can see down here are all the different readings. And then all the way up here, right under this picture, you see it says events right here. You click on events, and you can see this is past life mini readings on Sunday, November 16th, and it's at 4 p.m. Eastern. And you just click anywhere in this bar, and it'll pop up and it'll show you the amount, and it'll give you a description and the exact times. And we just ask that everybody arrives 10 minutes before the start time. And you just click attend here to go through the payment process. And then when you get your receipt, you get an email receipt saying that you paid for the event. And in there, you have the actual Zoom link right then and there. So if you want to wait until that day to get to decide whether or not you want to come, you can always. And this is the thing, I've had difficulty emailing everybody. And one time somebody paid for an event and I emailed them the link. They never got the link. I had transposed 2 letters in their email. And I felt so bad. Obviously, I had to refund, but I felt really bad that they weren't able to come because, all the emails, and I have to send out 30 different emails, and it takes a lot of time. This way it comes right to you and you don't have to wait. It's right there. So this is a new feature on my website, and I'm just thrilled about it. I also have this psychic study practice, and that's next Sunday, the 23rd. And this is something I've been doing for for about a year now. And I have a psychic study practice group that meets one Sunday a month. And I usually, this is in case you want to try it and see what it's like. You can come in just one time. Otherwise, I usually offer packages like a summer program, fall program, and then you get like a deal on different months. And then the last one that I'm going to go over today is the evidential mediumship demonstration. And this is with Gerald from Tarot Stash and Wisdom Seeker Joan. And that's on Sunday, December 14th.
And both of whom are awesome readers, by the way.
And this is going to be a little bit different. It's $0. It's a free event. And I'm going to change. I keep saying I've got to change the title. And it works the same way. You go in there, you just click on attend, you fill out the information so it knows who to email, and you get the link for this free event right away. So if you don't know if you're going to make it until it gets closer to that date, you can wait until it gets closer. It's Sunday, December 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific. And evidential medium, it just means that it's like a gallery style. And so we have a bunch of people in the same room, and we ask that your loved ones come in and reach us first. And then we describe who the spirit that we have with us to all of you or everybody that's in the group there. And it's almost impossible to do on a live event. But if you have a a group, a closed group, then you can ask for the spirits to come in. Otherwise, every spirit in the world would come in. You know what I mean? So that's why we ask sometimes for the name, but we're not going to do it by the name. We're going to allow the spirit to drive us or to lead us to the person who needs it the most, or the most important message to come through. So, and this is a free event. It's the first time we're going to be offering that. And that's evidential medium demonstration gallery style. And I'm so excited about this. And I'm really excited about that new feature for my website. But thank you very much for letting me share that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me get us back on normal. There we are. And just to touch on a few little things. While this is not a political show, if you're interested in all of the investigation, research, whatnot in the 2024 election, you can go to electiontruthalliance.org. They are a nonprofit, so any donations you can make to them, I know they greatly appreciate. And they also ask for volunteers to come in and help them work on different things. And they've just filed several of their first lawsuits against counties, districts, whatever, to get the data analysis so they can put it into the overall whole. So they do a lot of really good work. These were all like cybersecurity experts and stuff. That's what they did. And they had to leave their jobs to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're doing it and they don't get paid for it,
Yeah,
so it's a real, yeah.
It's a good organization. I also donated to them, and it's very easy to do, and it's very safe. Yeah,
Exactly. Just go to the link is also in the description box below. And a fellow organization that basically does the same thing they do, but they've mostly been out on the West Coast, and that's smartelections.us. And they have, some of their talking heads on both election sites. They will go on podcasts and shows together. And so, it's not like they're in pursuit of doing the other one out. They both are they're more than willing to work together. And of course, Andro Nikki Skincare at andro.nikki.com. Link is in the description box below. It's wonderful skincare. It's the best stuff I have ever found in all my years of looking for skincare. These guys are like, wow. And then there is, of course, Otter Spirit. I've got a couple of my bracelets on. This one is labradorite, and this one is amethyst. And it's you can get them in small, medium, or large size around your wrist. So if you're like me and you have fat hands and wrist, you can get the large, and they're actually loose and move around, and they don't cut off circulation. And if you're like other people I know who have teeny tiny little wrists, you can get the small, same thing. You don't have to worry about them falling off. And if you use my link and the coupon codes, you can get 35% off orders over $99. That's good for the month of November. Or 20% off any order. Just put in the coupon codes there, Shari 35 or Shari 20. These are handmade. They use grade A stones or better. They use really top of the line stones. They're made with care. Every bracelet has their little emblem on it. I try to show it to you, but my camera won't pick it up. And everything that every purchase that you make, a portion of it goes to the Wild Sea Otters of Monterey Bay, who almost went extinct. And so they joined up with one of the wildlife organizations. And so they donate out of their cells. They donate money every time a sale is made. And so that to me was that was good enough for me. So, and then there's Trish James. We all know and love her. I just got her personal predictions deck, so I'm hoping to use that today. And as well as several other decks that I have, and another one that's coming in. I'm waiting for it to arrive. So when there's no coupon code. I don't get anything off of any of this stuff. This is just for y'all's benefit because I like them. And lastly, this is one of my members, and she actually lives about 3 miles from me. We live in the same city together, and she makes her own jewelry, handcrafted jewelry, beautiful jewelry. She uses real gold, real silver, real gemstones, and she has an Etsy shop, and so you can go there, check out what she's got, make a purchase. Again, I don't get anything off of it. It's just she makes really. I've got several of her pieces, and they're just lovely. I get compliments every time I wear them. So, okay, that takes care of all the housekeeping. So now let's get on with the show. I want to, let's go with the first one we got was Silky Steel, and she has a question. I have a couple of doctor appointments next month with specialists. Are these finally going to help me feel better? I heard yes, but it's going to take a while. Let me pull on it. Let's see what I get. The Jean.
Have you gone to see an energy healer at all, Silky? Because I'm getting it's a little more than their tests can reveal. It's I feel as though you're sensitive, and I feel like it's almost like you're within range. But just because you're within range doesn't mean it's optimal for you. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But like, don't those ranges are for men and women? Like, don't you think that's weird? Don't you think it should we should be individual, and women over a certain age should have, like, don't you think we should have like ranges? I mean, why, if they can do anything these days, why have one range for every single human? Like, so that's what I mean. Something a little more individualized, something a little more like a holistic individual, and energy healers, or like a acupuncturist. You okay there, Shari?
I dropped cards trying to shuffle. I do it all the time. I'm getting ready to rearrange my whole desktop, or hopefully I won't do that anymore. So.
Mm-hmm. I see that you're saying you do empathy work, and perhaps you could do like a trade or something, or a barter or something, something like this. And yeah, medicine should be individual. It should be according to our own levels, or how we feel good at our optimal. And I do think that there are certain things that they won't get into, like nutrition. It's really important that we get, these are proper minerals and vitamins and nutrients, all of these things. And we can't only get them from our diet. It doesn't matter if we have a really good diet. We still need to make sure that we're balanced that way. But this is what I'm getting, a little bit more of a holistic or a natural healer. So that's what I'm getting.
And if you're not sure about a natural healer, I have one coming on next weekend with me, Trish Campbell, and she's phenomenal with healing. And she focuses like Jean does with mediumship, and she just sort of blinks her eyes and boom, she's there. That's Trish with healing. When I started having the kidney issues, and we were going to do a show, and she just suddenly focused in on me, and she's like, oh, have them check this and this. And it was like, well, okay, that's what it was. And so now we're trying to fix everything. So, but I agree with you about levels, because depending on what it is they're checking, men and women have different average level. I realize they have an average, like, below this point means there may be an issue. Above this point may mean there is an issue. And that's fine, but it's not necessarily the metric that works for you and your body. So, um, I mean, you go see a specialist. If they're not willing to talk to you and answer your questions and be really transparent about what may be wrong and what maybe can be done, find another doctor. I've been there, done that. And yeah, I don't want somebody to just nod and say, okay, this is a problem, take this pill, and that's it. It's like, no, I want you to explain to me what is wrong. Why is it wrong? And what can I do to change that without having to take more pills? Sometimes a pill is necessary, but if you can do it holistically without having to take more pills, then I'm all for that, because I've got a damn pharmacy that I have to put in my pill thingies every day, so it's like, what's one more pill at this point? But after a while, it gets to be a lot. And they're thinking that maybe part of the kidney problems I'm having is I take too many pills, and they're all prescription, so he's having to like research and make sure that nothing is not interacting correctly with something else. And so that's something else I do, because I do take a lot of medications. Whenever I see a new doctor, I make sure they know exactly what I take, how often I take it, how much it is. And when any of my doctors change anything, the first thing I do when I get home is I call the other doctors and say, okay, Dr. So-and-so just made a change. They either added something or took something away, so that they can update their charts in their office. And it can prevent bad things from happening. I got goes in your favor. So I would say just be really open and honest, and just explain to them, I expect you to be open and transparent and honest with me. You might suffer some mental struggle with that, and that's okay. That's normal, because you're worried, you're concerned, and that's when we deal with medical stuff, that's perfectly normal. And then I got time to reflect. So this is telling me they're going to give you information that you're going to have to kind of maybe sit on for a little bit and decide, should I do this or should I do that? And that's where it's important to have a doctor that's very upfront and very blunt about what's going on. It's like, don't sugarcoat it. Just tell me what it is so I can deal with it. And most doctors appreciate that when they have patients that they don't want you to dress it up in flowery language. They want you to just tell them what's wrong, and makes it easier for them. It certainly makes it easier for you. But I'm hearing, yes, they're going to figure out what it is. It's just going to take a little bit. They may have to do extra testing and stuff. And in the meantime, like Jean suggested, seek out some holistic healers. Like I said, I've got Trish coming on next Saturday. She's phenomenal. I mean, you could come on and get a little mini reading to see if she picks up anything that you can bring to the doctor with you and say, well, I had a healer tell me this, or I'm concerned it may be that. And, some doctors kind of shut down if you say a holistic healer, because they don't believe that. Some doctors are like really open to it. So it just depends on the doctor. But I'm thinking you're going to be okay in the long run. Just be consistent and insistent on getting the information that you need. And that's the best advice I can give. Oh, I didn't realize that was still up. Jenny in Virginia. I'd love to hear from Joe or my dad, please. Thank you. Jenny, what is your dad's name? And have they both passed? And maybe when did they pass? And is Joe a family member, a husband or spouse, or?
I think Joe was her fiance, but I don't know her dad's name. And I think they are both passed.
Jean's the mediumship expert. I follow her lead, so. And I know those are usually the questions she asks. So if you just want to just pop it in the chat, and then that way.
Just your dad's first name there, Jenny.
And,
I do feel your dad coming in first. He's I feel like he's just saying he wants to thank you for the respect that you gave him, not only throughout his life, but towards the end of his life. He's saying that he wasn't as wasn't a big part of your life every day, but that didn't stop you from loving him and respecting him. I don't. His dad is Elton. Okay. Joe is my deceased fiance. So Dad is coming through, and he just wants you to know, I'm trying to listen to him, but he's saying that he wants you to know that he is beside you. He's really very proud of you, but he's also saying that things are different now. He went to school in oh, okay. He's saying that things are different now. I feel as though during your lifetime, he was like in and out of your life for some reason. I don't know if he worked a lot or if he was not around for a while, or if you lived in different states, maybe you moved. But he's saying he was in and out of your life while he was alive. But he's saying that towards the end, you still respected him and gave him sort of the respect that he was your father. And in that way, he just wanted to thank you for always being there for him and giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like he's saying he didn't really deserve all of the kindness that you gave him, especially towards the end of his life. I'm not sure what that means, but that's what he's saying. And does that make sense to you, Jenny? It takes a second, I think.
Yeah, there's usually a few second lag there between what we ask and what they.
But he's just sending you his love, and he's sending you a lot of gratitude, and he wants you to know that things are different now. So whatever relationship, yes, it resonates, she said. And whatever relationship you had while he was alive here doesn't have to carry to the other side. He's saying things are different now, that he sees you for who you are. He sees like what happened and why and how that affected you. And he wants you to know that things are different now, that you can call on him and look to him for advice, that he's always there for you now. Whereas before, he may not have been around too much, or back and forth in and out of your life is what he says. But, and he does say he wished he would have spent more time together is what he says. So how about you, Shari?
Well, the first card that I had popped up was a feminine presence. And I don't know, maybe it's a grandmother or an aunt or somebody that's also there. And they're just trying to give you their power for you to call on your divine feminine within. And men and women both have divine feminine, just like we both have divine masculine. It doesn't mean only men or only women have that ability. It's in all of us. I feel like they're just saying plug into that, and it will help you in a lot of ways. And then I got like a little bit of a this one came from your dad, and it may have been you maybe as a younger person or as a child, but it's impulsive, almost reckless behavior. Like you would decide you're going to do something, and boom, you jumped in and did it before you kind of weighed all the options, as most kids tend to do. They don't think it through. Unfortunately, a lot of adults are still like that. And then from your fiance, I got mishandling, mistakes made. So it's like there's a little bit of regret there that as much as you loved each other, that there were mistakes he made that kind of mishandled some things, and he feels guilty for that, but he doesn't want you to feel guilty for that because it's in the past. It's done and gone. There's nothing you can do to change that except to just acknowledge it, accept it, and move on from it. And then your dad again came through and said, self-critical. You're way too hard on yourself. Back off a little bit. And I think that's where this divine energy comes in, and is just him trying to say, quit making it so hard. It doesn't have to be that hard. That there are a lot of good things about you, within you, around you, but you just have to open your eyes to it and be willing to accept it. And that's what I was getting. So
I love those cards, Shari. That was good.
This is another one of Trish James's decks. Is
it really?
Connection Oracle.
Oh.
It's really nice. I love it. I use it a lot now. Okay, let's see. Let me go in and move that. All right. Next up, we've got Tapioca Thievery. She says, my cat Summer is going in for a biopsy. Will she be okay?
Oh. So Jenny says, wow, Shari, yes, I found out something after he passed, and wow, he's apologizing. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That makes me feel so good when it just really, it's right there, because I still have to work hard at the mediumship stuff. It doesn't come quite as easily to me as it does to Jean. That's great.
Okay. Cat Summer, is he going to be okay? Will she be okay? That's a cute name for a cat, huh?
Summer going in for
We're both going for our pendulums, everybody.
Yeah. Let me lift it up a little higher. Summer going in for a biopsy. Will she be okay? Ooh, I'm getting a really strong yes. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see how big that arc is, but that's a big yes there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it. She's going to be okay.
I got the same thing, and I think it's like a lipoma or something, or maybe it's just like a calcium something, but it's benign, whatever it is. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Okay, let's see. Next up, we got Edward. Mr. Kenneth is here.
He said he had to leave to skip his question.
Okay, I'll just hang on to it, and if he comes back, we'll hit him up then. Jenny in Virginia.
We just read for her.
We just did her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And then goes for Barbara, okay, who just lost her dad last weekend.
Oh my.
And she got laid off like the day before. And then she lost her dad the day after. And I was like, oh, I mean, I was calling everybody in my atmosphere, put Barbara on your prayer list. So, uh, you got your first communication picture you sent me. She went somewhere, did something, got out of the car, and when she came back, there was a big giant feather in the car. And I was like, yeah, that's spirit giving you a message there.
I feel like he needs a little bit of time, but I feel as though there'll be signs and synchronicities. It's not like it's a reassurance, and it's almost a reassurance from your other family members that he's okay, that he's here, that we've got him. And did you have the services yet? Because something may happen, or maybe did happen around the services that was just coincidental, but it wasn't a coincidence. And he's saying he's saying that he give him some time, and that he's in good hands. He's with loved ones, and they are sending you signs that yes, he's good. Yes, he's fine. Yes, he's here with us. We have him. Like, I feel like, because I don't know that your dad has the ability to send the signs, but everybody around him, like this, it's all a big group. They're all blended together. And like, he could feel in his heart that he's happy, and they can all say he's happy. Like, I feel like it's like the whole group of them that's going to be communicating. But for you to have one-on-one with your dad, he said, give him a little bit more time. And it's for him to get acclimated into the vibration and frequency. He's perfectly fine. He's just not able to. The only thing he can do is open up his heart and send you his love. And he said, I'll be in touch soon. That's what he said. Mm-hmm.
And look for it. It's going to be in some of the most unique. It's going to be those weird little things that happen, and you're like, where did that come from? Your dad. It's going to be that simple. Transformed. He has transitioned, and he is on his way up the ascension. So it may take a little bit before he's able to really reach out and give you things, because he's in a very critical stage of his life path and what he's got on the books next. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing a lot of butterflies around you either, because that's the picture that's there. And then he said, release your deep sadness. Cry it out, get that emotion out, feel his love, and move forward. And that's what I'm getting for you. So I hope that helps, Barbara. I know that's not easy. Okay, Jacqueline Mason, do my guides have a message for me?
And Jacqueline, if you're still here, just say hello, because I need the energy here. To tap into your energy. Jacqueline Mason, if you're here, just say hi. Can we come back if she's not? Or
yeah, that's what I was We'll have to come back to Jacqueline if she comes back. Let's see. Liza Field is next. Any picture info from, oh, I hit the button, sorry. Any picture info from my cool, sweet mama, Betty Field. I miss her so much.
And Liza, please say hi. Let us know you're still here. Thank you. Yeah, she's good. She was already on it even before I said it. And Jacqueline's here. Okay, we'll get to you next there, Jacqueline. Thank you. Betty. She just wants you not to feel sorry for her. Like, I don't know if there was, if she was ill before she passed and it made you have like this empathy for her and feel bad for her. And as she was passing, it was hard for you to watch her decline. But she doesn't want you to feel sorry for her. She said she is in just in such a beautiful state of unconditional love and peace. She just wants you to know that there is no need to worry or no need to feel sorry. And she just wants you to know that she can do many things now. She can do so much more from the other side than she ever could remember. And she can see and feel your light. And she's showing me like thousands of lifetimes. She's showing me like this wheel of like little men, like little cutout paper dolls, and it has like thousands of them, and it almost looks like you know what an old slide projector looks like, with all those little slots, and it has like 100 slots in it, but instead of the slots, it's like little cutout of a little doll cutout, and it almost looks like all of these lifetimes. It's like thousands of lifetimes she's showing me. That's amazing. I've seen that once before. Oh, she says, yes, I feel sorry for her constantly. She doesn't want you to feel sorry for her anymore. She does not want you to do that. She wants you to be happy for her, joyful. And it's like a graduation. And she's saying, it's almost like she's saying there's thousands of loved ones. And I feel like she's saying thousands of lifetimes. But she just wants you to know that she is not alone. She is with the most highest unconditional love, and so many people supporting her, so many souls supporting her around her. And she just wants you to know that she is in good hands. She wants you to know that she is very proud of you, and that you're not left behind, because she still is in contact with you. She still is connected to you. The connection never dies. The love never dies. The human form does transition, but the love and the connection never dies. So she just wants you to know that she's doing so much, so well. She just wants you to know that. She just keeps showing me that slide wheel of lifetimes, of thousands of people, but I don't know whether she's saying lifetimes or people. But that was really interesting. Yeah. Liza, how about you, Miss Shari?
Well, the first thing I got was unclear, a confused mind. She said that you've been going through some mental struggles lately, and you need to just take a little bit of time and kind of think things through. Maybe try meditation. If meditation isn't one of your strong suits, like me, I'm not very good at it. I do guided meditations, and there are a lot of folks in this community who have some wonderful guided meditations that you can go in and follow, and it really helps. I know it helps me. And then she says you have the ability to make wise choices, and the ability to experience wisdom and to follow her. So look back at her life and see the lessons that she had to learn and then don't repeat those mistakes. Take that knowledge so that you're making wise decisions. And then it was brought up, associates, bad lifestyle. So there may be a few people in your orbit that maybe aren't really good for you to be around. And it could be some of the cause of why there's mental struggle there, especially if they're giving you a lot of really confusing answers or responses to things that you're dealing with. You need to clear them out of your life altogether. And then she's telling you you've been overworked and underappreciated, and don't tolerate that. Take time out for yourself. Get rid of those bad associates because you do not need them in your life. And just look back at her life and follow her lead so that you don't make some of the same mistakes that she made. That's the
She
whole
said,
point, is to learn from it.
she said true.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right. Dibs, you're up next.
I think we were going to go back to Jacqueline.
Oh, we were going to go back to Jacqueline. That's right. I forgot. Hang on, Dibs. We'll come back to you. Where did I do with Jacqueline? There it is. Jacqueline, do my guides have a message for me?
They want to remind you that you've never been without your spirit guides and angels. That this has been a lifelong companionship that you've had with your spirit guides and angels. You've relied on them and followed their guidance before, and have trusted them, and have and they're not going to leave you now. So, and it's almost like you had very strong intuition and instincts, and they're saying that sometimes it feels like it comes from you, but it's them helping you. And these instincts sometimes come from, like, we get a gut instinct, or we have like an aha moment. Any of these things, and signs and synchronicities, but your spirit guides want you to know that they're still right beside you, that you can call on them at any time. And even more so now because of the change in the frequency and the vibration, and also your awareness, Jacqueline, your willingness to open up and to open up the lines of communication. And I always say it's better to be in belief and give them the benefit of the doubt, the possibility that they are connecting with you and communicating with you, than the doubt of, oh no, that couldn't be them. That must have been my imagination. They have to respect our free will. And if our free will says, I'm going to doubt that, they can't get in and send you as many messages. And if you say, oh, that must have been my spirit guides, even though you're not entirely sure, as long as you're open to the possibility, more signs, synchronicities, and messages can come in. And that's what they want you to know. How about you, Miss Shari? I want to see what those cards say.
Well, the first thing I got was hazy judgment checked out, drugs involved. Now, they're not necessarily talking about illegal drugs. Could be just medications that you're taking, whether if it's over-the-counter prescription. It's something is not meshing right with your body system, and so it's causing that kind of hazy judgment. It's like you can't quite think too clearly through it, and so that can also impede your messages from your guides, because if your mind is kind of out there somewhere and not focused, it's harder for them to reach in and tell you what it is you need to hear. And then I got, and I love this picture. Release, let go of grudges. I love the dog. His ears look like wings almost. Um, it just talks about yeah, there's somebody in your life that's passed and they're just wanting you to know I had to go. It was my time. And you need to release that, stop hanging on to it so that you can let go of those grudges and move forward. Let go of that pain, let go of that what if isms that, what if I had done this or what if I had said that? Well, it's in the past. You can't change that. So just acknowledge it and move on from it. And that can be a really hard thing to do, but once you do it, whew, the load that comes off your shoulders when you do makes a big difference. And then the last card, and I love this, is inheritance left for you. So that doesn't necessarily mean a pot of gold, monetarily speaking, but it very much can mean there are those who have passed who have left you great, pardon me, the dogs are going nuts, who have left you a great expansion of knowledge and emotions that you can look back on and pull you can pull from it because that has been left for you. It says I want you to have it. So whoever it is or whatever the information is, once you get past the hazy judgment, this is going to come through shining like a handlebars, like a spotlight. And you're going to sit there and go, wow, I can't believe I didn't notice that before. So, yeah, really cool. Okay, let's see. Now, Dibs, it's your turn. And Dibs would like to know, should I use my talent more publicly? Yes. Is it worth investing the time and money in the lyrical miracle? Double yes. Dibs can sit through a running thing that he'll do in chat while there are different readings, different people. And it just rolls off his tongue, different song clips and movie clips. It just comes right out. And it's always very lyrical. And it's like the minute he says it, you hear the song in your head. At least I do. And that's a talent. A lot of people can't do that. I mean, they hear you say it and suddenly they're reading the line and they're hearing the music in their head that line goes to. And that's a talent because that's part of your gift that you're pushing out. So I think definitely it's an investment in yourself. And it could lead to some really profitable avenues of your future.
I don't know that it costs you anything to be a YouTuber.
No, maybe for a microphone if you don't have it, or a webcam if you don't have it. But other than that, most of it is, the internet.
I think it's important to start where you are. Right where you are. Just start it. And then as it grows. Yeah.
You're already doing it. You just aren't doing it for your own benefit. You're doing it for others of us as we talk and do our shows. You're running that continuation of lyrics that you repeat in the chat that are wonderful. And not that I would ever want you to stop, but that's a real gift. You need to focus it on yourself, and who knows what it will lead to. I mean, there's a lot of people can't do that.
I don't use a microphone, Dibs, and I don't use a camera. I just use my desktop, has a camera on it, and it has a microphone built in. I know I'm a little lucky because I don't have that echo. Sometimes people have an echo and they have to have a microphone or they clip one on there. But those things are like, 10, $20. They're not
Yeah.
a lot. But I would start with what you have and where you are, and develop it, because there is a little bit of a learning curve. And then once you start getting in your groove and getting a routine, then you can start that investment. But getting that investment up front is it's not necessary, but it's, it might be a motivational factor for you.
Yeah. And I mean, my camera was given to me. My brother won it, and he didn't like the way it worked. And so he said, "You want a camera?" And he gave it to me, and I love it. So that's what I use. My microphone is my son's downgrade when he upgraded some of his musical stuff, because he's a musician as well as a sound engineer. So he's got tons of instruments and just everything's through his computer. And whenever he upgrades, I get the cast off. So I'm lucky there. But even still, I mean, even if I didn't have the outside mic, there's a built-in mic on my computer. I just had to go in and mute it because I plugged in the other mic because it's better. But if you're on a laptop, most laptops come with built-in cameras, built-in mics. If you have nothing to use but your phone, you got a built-in mic and a built-in camera on your phone. Sit there, get yourself a phone stand or something, and do your thing. Start out, making shorts or something. Something that's under 3 minutes, and just kind of go from there. Do some soul searching, some meditation, and just figure out, how do you want me to use this talent? What's the best way for me to do it? And you may change it quite a few times in the course of a few months to find what fits you and what you're trying to do. But I think you're going to be successful at it. Just like Jean says, start where you are, use what you've got. And as things progress, you can always upgrade equipment. I know lots of content creators that have done it. They start out on their phones until they can afford a computer, and then then they save up and get a good camera, or they get tagged for doing a collab with some company that'll send them a camera if you talk about it and showcase it. Just like I do with my bracelets with Otter Spirit, they send me bracelets. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm a jewelry freak anyway, so it was a perfect fit for me. But yeah, just start where you're at with what you know best, and then go from there. And the rest of it's going to be a piece of cake. So, all right, let's see. Ruby Moon is up. Any messages from my mother, Anna Rosa, regarding me moving to a new apartment? Okay.
And Ruby Moon, just would you mind saying hello? Only because
Let us know you're here. I always forget to ask that.
I know. It's because it's the way I read energy. I connect to you. Good. Thank you. She's saying to clean up your room, and she's saying that you'll it's I don't know, do you like to move your furniture around in your place? I see wooden floors, and I see you cleaning and moving your furniture, because I'm asking her about you moving, and she said you could either move, or you could move your furniture around and make a whole new apartment out of it. Like, and this is what she's saying. She's saying home is where the heart is. She's saying safety and comfortable and comfort is important. She just wants you to be safe and comfortable is what she's saying. And of course, this is what your mom says. So she says, I'm going to have to get the pendulum because I can't get her to say. Is it in Ruby Moon's highest good to find a new apartment? Will the move be in Ruby Moon's highest good? Yes. And yes, that's what I got. A yes for sure. Yes to move, and yes to find something safe and clean and comfortable. But she wants to make sure you do it in your own time. I don't know. You're living in a temporary in a hotel? Oh my. Yeah. She wants you to find something safe and clean is what she's saying. Mm-hmm. How about you, Shari?
Well, I got perspective, understanding your path. So I think that's just her way of saying to you, look around. It's when the right place for you is available, it will present itself to you and you'll find it. You'll be like, wow, I was just around the corner from there. How come I never noticed that before? Because it wasn't time for you to notice it. So sometimes we have to just go with that feeling. And if you walk into a place with a possibility to rent, go with your intuition on how that place makes you feel. If it makes you feel unsettled, keep looking, no matter what the price is, because you don't want to go from bad to worse. And then I got perseverance. Keep trying. Don't give up. Keep plugging away. Keep looking. Keep saving that money. And something's going to show up. It may not be by tomorrow at 2:00, but something, and then again, it could happen tomorrow by 2:00. Who am I to say? I'm just saying that she's just letting you know to keep trying. Don't give up hope. Don't give up the search. Just keep looking, keep trying, keep your faith in the fact that when the right thing is available, it will show up. And she's there from the other side to help you look. So you may get little messages out of the blue that you're like, what is that supposed to mean? And then suddenly you see the perfect place for you, or you see an avenue to help you get to the spot you need to be.
So I do see you in a place with hardwood floors and a larger window that has a lot of light coming in. And it didn't look like there was any shades or blinds on the window. It looked like just like shears, like not any blinds on the window was all open, but there were shears. But I saw hardwood floors and I saw you there. So I'm not sure if that sounds like where you used to be. And if not, this is what she wants you to look for. Something, she said, something with good bones and something safe and clean. Those are your priorities right now. That's what she wants. But she is going to be helping you, like I said. Mm-hmm.
All right. We are like hitting right at an hour here. Do you have time for one or two questions more, or?
Yes, but you have another show coming up, so maybe just one more question is good.
Okay. Well, I was thinking I've got two members here.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me give you a question, and then I'll take the other question.
It doesn't matter. It's just time. So.
And then that way we can both focus in on each question, and it won't take as much time.
Okay.
I'm going to give you Jason. He says, today is his grandpa Vincent's birthday. Does he have any insights for my future goals and life guidance to share? Ooh, he was born in 1915. Wow. Okay, and I'm going to take Bella Dawn's question, any messages from my guides. So Jason and Bella, would you let us know if you're here?
Jason is here, so that's good.
Jason is here. So Bella,
so
are you here?
Grandpa is saying you have a good head on your shoulders, Jason, and to rely on your instincts and don't try not to second guess yourself. You are very hard on yourself. And he's saying you got to roll with the punches. Like if it didn't work out, get back up and keep going. He's saying don't worry about the things that didn't work out. Just keep moving. Keep your eye on the prize. He is also saying follow through. He's saying that you may have a goal or a inspiration, and then after a couple of days you get bored, or you convince yourself it's not going to work and you let it drop. He says you have to see it through. You have to give it a good try for at least 30 days and then see how, like, evaluate it from a fair point of view, and don't drop the ball until you've given it a fair try. But he's saying trust yourself, trust your instincts. You have a good head on your shoulders. Try not to beat yourself up on the things that didn't work out. Focus on the things that do work out. And he's saying that's what this life is about. It's about trial and error. Like, we just try. If it doesn't work, we keep moving forward. But he's saying it's not a judgment. It's a learning. It's a lesson, not a judgment. And he's saying you're piling all these things that didn't work out on your back, and you're feeling the pressure of that. He says, let that go. He said, he's saying, he's just saying he failed many times as well. But things were a little bit different when he was around. But he just wants you to know that you have a good heart, you have good intentions, and people will see that and recognize that. And it's about how you treat people in this world, not how big your bank account is. So that's what he wants to say.
Very good. And Bella, you had asked any messages from my guides. And the first thing I got was unite, resolve differences. So there may be people you're around, people you work with, people within your family, that there've just been conflict. Y'all haven't quite been getting along, but you need each other. You need each other in order for it to all work together. So you have to learn to resolve your differences and then unite together as a single unit so that everyone comes out a winner in the end. And then I got introspection, feeling alone. But it's a reminder, you are not alone. You've got friends and family around you. You've got people that care about you. And you've got a whole heavenly realm of family and ancestors and guides that are there to guide you, protect you, give you insights into directions to go. And then I got swift, quick outcome. When you focus in, when you do it, when you plug in and you hear them start talking, and you feel very strongly that they want you to go right, and there are people in your life that are pointing in the same direction, don't fight it. Go right or left or up or down or whatever it is. But take that step, because when your guides give you these messages, they're going to put people around you that are going to support that message that you got. And sometimes it can come in really weird ways. So just be open to what may be happening. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know it's a little loud. We are out of time. I do not want to encroach upon Jean's time any longer. If you had a question and we weren't able to get to you yet, I will be back at 4 in an hour. You're welcome to come back and ask your question then. Or you can come back tonight at 10 o'clock Central for the slumber party and ask your question there. Ramon from Moon Scarab will be my co-host tonight, and he's a big people pleaser. Everybody loves it when Ramon is on. So me too. So
Cool.
he's a lot of fun to be around. So thank you so much, Jean. We'll be back in about a month-ish, depending on our schedules. Next time we'll be on Jean's channel because we flip back and forth. So we will let you know when that's going to happen. Just click subscribe to both of our channels. Click the thumbs up button. And when you hit subscribe, hit that little bell. And you can click on all, and it will let you know every time we do a live or we drop something or we post something. And that kind of gives you that heads up. Oh, something's coming. So you know. And it's free. Being a subscriber doesn't cost you anything at all. And it helps us. So after the show, if you come back and leave a short little message, great show, bad show, emojis, whatever, but leave at least 7 characters, because that does something to the algorithm that helps put the show, push it out to everybody to see. So I don't know how it works, but that's how it's been explained to me. So thank you, Jean, for coming on and being my guest today. And
thank you for inviting me, Shari, and thank you for hosting. You're a beautiful host. You have a beautiful community here. Thank you, everybody. All of your questions were so meaningful. Everybody was very, very supportive. And my goodness, we had so many questions coming through.
Yeah, we still have like over 10 to be. Like, there's no way.
There's more than that.
Well, that's when I stopped starring at that point. I was like, okay, we'll never get to these, but I will star them anyway. And then I finally quit because it's like, I know I won't get to them. But come back to in an hour. I'll be on with Valerie from Illumination Portal and Diana Bowles, oil painter. And we'll be doing an astrology update. And then back again tonight at 10 o'clock Central for the slumber party, where anything goes. You can ask anything, and there's no telling what kind of cards you're going to get drawn. They could be nice cards, and they could be sassy cards. So let's just put it that way. You just don't know, but you get to pick. You can tell me I want a sassy or I want a nice. You get what you ask for. And so y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining us and for interacting in the chat. There was a lot of great conversations going on. I was trying to keep up with some of it, and I finally had to stop because it just gets too hard sometimes. And we appreciate y'all very much. So thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye for now.